Hello, my name is Daniel. I'm a bachelor student in computer science in State University of Trade and Economics in Kyiv. This is my presentation on my research fault detection using digital signal processing and machine learning. Fault detection is all about maintenance. Maintenance is often overlooked, but it is very important for our modern lives as it keeps everything working and safe. Traditionally, we don't have tools to determine when exactly we need to do maintenance, so it is done by schedule or when something stops working. For example, you change oil and do diagnostics of your car every several thousand kilometers or once in a few months, or when it just stops working. However, that approach isn't always suitable. For example, if we have such safety crucial operation like flying an airplane, we can't have engine failure just in air, because unlike this car, we can just call somebody to pull us to the nearest repair shop. Since maintenance is time consuming and thus expensive, we wanted to avoid it as much as possible while not sacrificing safety and operational quality. So we can just make maintenance faster, or we can just make sure that we don't make it as much as possible. Introducing you to condition-based maintenance. It is done only when necessary, and we know when it is necessary because we monitor the condition of the system in real time and detect faults as they arise before they are becoming critical. In case of mechanical machinery, then can be achieved by recording vibrations using sensors placed in specific points of the system, and then process these vibrations and classify them as healthy or natural, as they just the process of machine actually working, or they are anomalous, and usually this means that there is some kind of fault. The objective of this research was developing of model for fault detection that is mostly system agnostic. By this I mean then it has no idea about the system itself. All it has just a raw signal and labels that say whether this signal is healthy or unhealthy, and thus requires maintenance. To achieve this, we apply various techniques of signal processing and then use a random forest classifier to actually say if this signal is healthy or unhealthy. As you can see from this slide, raw signal data isn't very useful by itself and just fluctuations over time. So it has to be processed by something. Method of choice became a fast Fourier transform. How it works is very interesting, but it is out of scope of this research. Basically, it takes our signal and transforms it in frequency domain, where each frequency value is paired with value of significance. Higher amplitude and longer presence in the signal means a greater value, highlighting the most prominent frequencies within the signal. However, if we apply FFT straight away, the result is workable but not satisfactory. It has a huge DC offset that is considered undesirable as it overshadows other values. Not only it makes our plot not exactly readable, but also it can make some frequencies amplified or vice versa. Also, this signal has some node artifacts we'll talk about later. To achieve proper results, we take such steps. We first trend the signal to remove DC offset, and also we apply a hand windowing that reduces spectral leakage. Spectral leakage is a phenomenon caused by inner workings of FFT that makes the algorithm think that all signals of all frequencies in the signal are infinite, even though our recordings are actually abrupt and not repeating indefinitely. So, hand windowing tempers the signal on the edges so that we remove this spectral leakage, remaining relative size of significance of other frequencies that are unaffected. From this figure you can see that there is a clear difference between the samples, but machine learning doesn't actually use plots we read, but numbers, and there are just too many data points in our FFT data. So we have to do something with this. We use principal component analysis to reduce dimensionality. Basically, we take our large set, and PCA creates a smaller set of artificial points that represent original data. Using output of PCA and original labels, we can change the model and test it using a cross-validation. Cross-validation gave us accuracy 99.83%. That is one error through 5 separate tests. Such high success rate can be attributed to high definition of the process data, significant difference between healthy and unhealthy samples as you could see in previous slides, and inherent ability of random forest to avoid overfitting. Implementing such a model for practical use can be very beneficial to business. It will allow condition-based maintenance, reduce downtime, and thus reduce spending. Downtime is reduced because maintenance, if we're doing it by schedule for safety reasons, very often we can see situations that our system, for example airplane, doesn't actually require any maintenance because everything is fine and we just wasted our time. Also, this model increases safety because now users are notified of issues as they arose instead of when something bad happens. Also, since people aren't spending much time diagnosing and maintaining stuff, skilled workers can be assigned to other roles and projects, increasing efficiency of the business itself. Future study can be done because even though this model is system agnostic, it can be modified to be more specific, taking into consideration other statistics about the system, and maybe even provide a tailored output than just binary healthy and unhealthy, thus providing insight for engineers to what exact issue there is with the system. Okay, this is the end of this presentation. I hope that everything is clear, because since it's in recording, I can't answer on your questions.